Welcome race fans here to the Pocono Raceway as we are getting ready for the inaugural Pocono 200, race number 14 of the 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series season. We are getting set for the Xfinity Series debut here at the Tricky Triangle as we will mark the first ever race here for the second tier series at Pocono. Ryan Blaney has secured the pole for today's race in that number 22 for Team Penske alongside multiple-time Pocono winner in the Cup Series, Denny Hamlin, driving the 2020 today for Joe Gibbs Racing. Earlier today, you saw the truck race here at Pocono, and you saw the two-time Truck Series champion Matt Crafton take home his first win here at the Tricky Triangle, holding out Tyler Reddick to get the win. It is a doubleheader here at Pocono, and we are going to get set for the Xfinity Race Pocono 200 here in the Tricky Triangle. I'm Rick Burton here in the broadcast booth, hitting you with full coverage of this 18-lap race that's about to go down. Let's take you down trackside and get you the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start them engines!
As the drivers will fire up their engines, and the pace car will lead the field onto the track. At the top of your screen, your starting grid will roll across the screen. Like we said, Ryan Blaney on the pole, looking for his first win of 2016, driving the 22. So far in the first 13 races of the year, we've seen 5 different winners, 5 different Xfinity winners, as to say, Xfinity regulars winners, take home a checkered flag. Ty Dillon has the most with 2 wins, followed by Erik Jones, Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher, and Ricky Josberry. Ty Dillon, Erik Jones first and second in points. They have both 11 top 10s in 13 races, so right now those are the 2 guys you may have to beat if you want to win the championship. If you're a guy like Darrell Wallace or Daniel Suarez or even rookie Brandon Jones, who will start here in 3rd place. Erik Jones, Darrell Wallace, great qualifying run by Ryan Truex. Daniel Suarez makes his debut in the number 19. That, of course, has been the number 18 this entire year, but this weekend and for the remainder of the year, Suarez's number will be number 19. Austin Dillon, 8th. Kyle Larson and Brendan Gaughan, your top 10. James Buescher, 11th. Ty Dillon, your point leader, 12th. Elliott Sadler in the field, he's 13th. Alex Bowman in the number 88, and Ryan Reed, that will be your top 15. Rounding out the field, the number 92, Mario Gosselin, and the 40 of Carl Long. Tomorrow in the NASCAR Spring Up Series, race the Exalta We Paint Winners 400 will be tomorrow. Matt Kenseth and Clint Bowyer will start on the front row for that race tomorrow. But first, we got to get the Xfinity race in the books. And coming down to the green flag, the Pocono 200 is underway here at Pocono. And leading us down in the turn number 1, the 22, Ryan Blaney, out in front, and he gets a great jump on the outside line of Denny Hamlin. And already 3 wide, Kyle Larson on the bottom, Suarez in the middle, Ryan Truex up top, and Brandon Jones moves up into 2nd place as they enter the tunnel turn for the first time today. And Erik Jones, he got around his teammate Denny Hamlin, and he quickly makes a move on the number 2 of Brandon Jones. He'll take 2nd away as they get down into turn number 3. Now remember, this is a triangle shaped track, meaning that we only have 3 corners, unlike the other tracks we go to that has 4. And making their way out of turn number 4, Ryan Blaney, and we have trouble. Austin Dillon and Elliott Sadler flies in the pit road. We have a crash. Austin Dillon, one of the fastest cars in practice, involved with the number 43. Heavy damage on the 43 of Elliott Sadler. They flew down pit lane, and they are both went to the pit stall. Dillon now leaving, but Sadler, heavy contact on the front end. Now back up front, Darrell Wallace now trying to take 3rd spot away from Brandon Jones. Denny Hamlin 5th with his teammate Daniel Suarez now 6th. Larson, Truex, Chris Buescher now cracking top 10 with James Buescher. Ryan Reed, Alex Bowman, Cole Custer, Brendan Gaughan, Ty Dillon, Josh Berry. The 23 driven by Johnny Sauter, Blake Cook, John West Townley, and the 4 of Chastain. This time off turn number 3, they keep it going in the right direction. And here comes the number 11 of Eric Jones at the bottom of the track to take the lead away. Sadler and Dillon back on track, and we have a new leader, the number 11 of Eric Jones. Now remember the truck race earlier, we saw Matt Crafton, Tyler Reddick swap the lead back and forth, and it appears we've seen the same thing now with Ryan Blaney going after on the number 11 of Eric Jones. Denny Hamlin gets around the rookie Brandon Jones, move the 20 car back up to 4th, and Blaney retakes the lead from the number 11. And now Wallace in that 6 going after that number 11 of Jones. The 2 former teammates in the Truck Series both drove for KBM, and Hamlin with a run down the straightaway, trying to get behind his teammate Jones to give him a little bit of a draft down into turn number 3. Now we got that 19 Daniel Suarez making something happen on the inside lane of his veteran teammate Denny Hamlin. Chris Buescher, he started outside the top 15. He's now trying to work his way up into the top 5. Ryan Truex and James Buescher, that is your top 10. Second place again, Wallace to the inside of Eric Jones. And Wallace may have something on Ryan Blaney down in here in the turn 3. Blaney leaves the bottom open. Jones did too, and here comes Hamlin to the inside. Get 3rd spot away. Great racing here in the first ever NASCAR XFINITY Series race at Pocono. And it's Ryan Blaney leading the number 6, his good old friend Darrell Wallace Jr. now in 2nd place. Now you see the yellow stripes in the back of the number 6. Don't let that confuse you. Wallace is not a rookie. I just do not have a updated 2016 car for Darrell Wallace. He's running one of his 2015 cars. That's why he has the rookie stripes behind that number 6. But now, moving to the inside, comes that number 11 of Eric Jones, and he has run on the leader, Ryan Blaney, down in the turn number 3. And he has a nose on the inside, down in the turn 3. Wallace at the track, Hamlin will sneak by on the inside, and here comes his teammate, Daniel Suarez. Joe Gibbs Racing right now running 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, as we are right now 6 laps into this 18-lap race at Pocono. We have 12 laps remaining this time by. Single file now through your top 10. Kyle Larson to the inside of Brandon Jones. He'll complete the pass. Move Larson up to 7th. Jones down to 8th. James Buescher and Troyes, and you have Alex Bowman, Cole Custer, Ryan Reed, and Ty Dillon. Brendan Gunn and Josh Berry. They've pretty much driven away from 17th place Reed Sorensen running very well in the Shigeaki Atori Racing Team. Blake Cook for Colleague Racing right now running 18th. Very good run for the number 21. Jeremy Clements and John West Townley. That is your top 20. Johnny Sauter, Ross Chastain, Ryan C., Cole Witt, Mason Mingus, Dakota Armstrong 26, Dylan Kwasniewski, Michael Self, Jed Burton, and Ray Black Jr. Your top 30, followed by Tyler Young, Ryan Ellis, David Starr, Derek Cope, Harrison Rhodes, Joey Gase, Carl Long, Mario Goslin, Elliott Sadler 39th, and there's the 33 of Austin Dillon. 2 drivers who could have had a top 10 run today, but they ended up crashing early in the race, and whenever we get a chance, we will go back and show you what happened, as we have a new guy out front. Give it to the number 20 of Denny Hamlin. Has gotten around the 11 of Jones and the 22 of Ryan Blaney, so now give the lead to the Cup Series veteran Denny Hamlin, looking for win number 3 in 2016. He got the win at Las Vegas and the Martinsville race, which was the Xfinity Series return to the paperclip. Jones now, he may use that 33 as a pick. Austin Dillon holding up Denny Hamlin, Blaney Wallace, and give the inside line to Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez. Hamlin getting held up by that 33 of Dillon. Now he's really going to get hurt down the straightaway. Now looking to the outside, may end up turning that 33 if he's not careful. Look at all the time, all the spots the 20 car is losing because of that 33 of Dillon. He's going to fall outside the top 15. Denny Hamlin because of this number 33 of Austin Dillon. I mean, look at this. Now they got more trouble. That 43 of Elliott Sadler. And then maybe Hamlin's teammate Suarez, who gets caught up behind that 43. No, Suarez makes a move to the inside. Chris Buescher moves by the 42 of Kyle Larson on the inside, bringing that 22 of Blaney. Now Hamlin finally gets out behind the 33 of Dillon. And Hamlin now 16th. That's gotta suck for that number 20 car, but he has about 9 more laps to try to make up as much spots as he can and get the best finish he can possibly get, as we are now past the halfway point in this race. You saw the 2 car going by, but now the 1 being held up by the 43 of Sadler. That's the 1 of James Buescher. Cole Custer now moving to the inside of his teammate Alex Bowman, driving a partial schedule for Jenny Motorsports in 2016, as well as running full-time for Tommy Baldwin Racing in the Cup Series. He'll run tomorrow, and we have a car in the wall. I just heard car in the wall, and it's a caution out. No, we're not, but up front, Blaney takes 4th away from Kyle Larson down here in turn 3, and it will be 8 laps remaining at Pocono for Eric Jones. He is out in front looking for win number 2 in 2016. But then he got the guy, his JGR teammate Daniel Suarez, who picked up his first win of his career earlier this year at Richmond. Chris Buescher, your defending champion, your winner from Texas earlier this year, and Suarez, a great run down here in turn 1. Now he'll pick to the inside as he comes down into the tunnel turn. We've seen a great battle for the lead, just like how we did in the Truck Series race earlier today. Suarez on the inside, he'll take the lead possibly away from that number 11. But then you have Buescher and Blaney, Larson, and Darrell Wallace all in this lead pack. And here comes Buescher on the inside in that 60. Trying to get second away. This is the farthest he's been up front all day long for Chris Buescher. Buescher started all the way back in, I believe, 17th place, and now he almost got put in the middle as that 22 made a great move to the inside of Ryan Blaney. Now coming back, and that 22 now drives to the back bumper, that number 11 of Eric Jones. Larson stays in front of Darrell Wallace. Cole Custer 8th, Brandon Jones, and Ryan Truex all trying to hang on to a top 10 run. Update on Denny Hamlin, he's been able to work his way up to 14th place, but still way far behind because of Austin Dillon holding up the 20 car of Hamlin. And here's Dillon, 1 lap down, Elliott Sadler 1 lap down, and Daniel Suarez now out in front of the field, leading the 22 Ryan Blaney. Laps are winding down here very quickly. There'll be 6 laps remaining next time by. And right now, Cole Custer, right now running 7th. You saw the top 6 break away, but now the draft can very well benefit you here at Pocono, and you're seeing Ryan Blaney go after the lead, but Custer and his pack back here, they're now starting to creep their way back up into the mix to run for the win. James Buescher moving by Ty Dillon. Here comes that 20 of Hamlin. Dillon 11 top 10s and 13 races for that number 3 car, but not in the top 10 today. Same with the number 11 of Eric Jones, 11 top 10s. Could easily get a 12th top 10 as if he can hang on, as here comes the 60 of Buescher, 3 wide down here in the turn number 1. Jones backs out of it, but here comes Buescher. He does not, and he jives by the number 11, and now to the back bumper, the number 19 of Suarez. As you are watching the Pocono 200 here live from the Pocono Raceway, next weekend the NASCAR XFINITY Series will be live from the Michigan International Speedway next weekend. And I'd like to point out that I am no longer going to be airing qualifying on this channel. If you want to catch the starting grids early on before the race is uploaded, go to the website NASCARMockseason.weebly.com to get all the data. But as they almost got 3 wide here, turn number 3, Jones, Larson, and Busher. 4 to go now for the 22 of Ryan Blaney. It was his fellow Ford teammate in the Truck Series, Tyler Reddick, who lost the win to a Toyota of Matt Crafton. Now it's a Toyota pushing him down in the turn number 1 and off turn number 1. The 19 of Daniel Suarez. And now look at Custer. It is now a 7-car pack. And even, you can even count these guys so they can get up there. You had Brandon Jones. Truex now going after Jones. You had Bowman. Hamlin now up to 11th place with just not enough time for that 20 car to make something happen. Now Ryan Blaney is not a Xfinity regular, neither is that 42 of Kyle Larson, but the 11, the 19, the 60, the 6, and the 00, running for a championship. Jones and Suarez already have a win, same with the 60 of Chris Buescher, but the 2 guys in the back of this lead pack, Darrell Wallace and Cole Custer, they've never won a race before in the series, as you see the 19 and now the 42 moving by the number 11, but a pretty good run on the outside by Eric Jones. A great run off the corner, and all that speed will carry all the way down to straight away down into the tunnel turn. Jones on the inside of the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Brandon Jones on the inside of the 98 of Ryan Truex. Hamlin pushing Jones by the 88 of Bowman. Ron Reed, James Buescher, Dillon, and Brendan Gaughan still your top 15. But all the action is up front. Can the 22 of Blaney hang on, or can the number 11 of Jones make one more run at him? 2 to go from Pocono. And he will be the first guy to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at the Tricky Triangle. And is Wallace off pace? The number 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. off pace here with 2 to go. The 6 of Darrell Wallace off pace. And should he not make it back, that could bring out a yellow. I'm not quite sure. We can tell you that the 43 of Elliott Sadler has taken his car behind the wall. So he will finish 40th today. And tough break for Darrell Wallace. He's been teleported to pit road, I believe. As we come out of turn number 4, this is going to be one fun white flag. Ryan Blaney getting pushed by that number 11 of Eric Jones. Down in the turn number 1. White flag is in the air. Here comes a move by the number 11 of Jones. And this might be what he needs. And here comes his teammate Suarez. A great run. Down in the turn 1 by Jones. But can Blaney get the momentum off turn number 1? Blaney's right there. Can he retake the lead? Back down here in the tunnel turn. He's making a move. He's right on the bumper. Can he? He'll have one more final corner to go. Down into the turn number 3. Eric Jones. Ryan Blaney. Can he get by? Down here in the turn number 3. Blaney can't quite get there. Right on the bumper, but not to the inside. Down the long straightaway to the checker flag. Eric Jones grabs his second win of 2016 in the Pocono 200. Ryan Blaney will come home second in the 22. So yet again, a Toyota beats a Ford this weekend at Pocono. The number 11 of Eric Jones becomes the second driver to get 2 wins this year of the Xfinity regulars, and I believe this win will automatically officially lock the number 11 team of Eric Jones into the 2016 playoffs. Okay, we're going to go back to lap number 1. This is lap 1 off turn number 4, or turn number 3, coming to lap 2. Off the final corner, you see Austin Dillon trying to get to the inside of the 98 of Ryan Truex. They make contact. Sends Dillon down into the 43 of Sadler. And I thought they were going to end up hitting the pit road entrance wall. And Dillon almost saves it, but comes back down into Sadler. And they will both make contact with the pit road wall again. But they would both pretty much slide near the pit stall. They would both continue, but the 43 would eventually take his car behind the wall, mainly because of that impact you just saw right there. They got the hood all damaged on the 43 of Sadler. And Darrell Wallace, after having to come down pit road right at the very last second, he will end up finishing 38th. And that will very well hurt him in the points. And Ryan Blaney, he had a great run off turn number 2. Almost got him down in, almost got Eric Jones in the tunnel turn, but just not enough momentum. And he just did not really make a move like I think he could have, like he should have. But he still gets a second place finish. And Eric Jones grabs his second win of 2016, his 4th career NASCAR Xfinity Series win. Next up on the channel will be the NASCAR Spring Up Series Exalta We Paint Winners 400 here from Pocono. We'll see you tomorrow for the Cup race. Matt Kensington, Clint Boyer front row, a Toyota front row, followed by the Busch brothers of Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch. So we'll see you tomorrow, and congrats to Eric Jones on the win in the 2016 Pocono 200 here at Pocono.